Ahoy gamers and welcome back to Lord of the Rings Online as we play through as a hardcore Beorning on the hardest landscape difficulty. In this episode we start off with a bit of a slow time in Cardolan as we finish off the final deeds. As we finish off the final deeds we then head to the northern part of the Shire / Evendim and we clear out some of the quest locations here. Making our way into Evendim itself, which is where we're going to be spending the next few episodes doing this new zone which we've not done on any of our other characters before. And before we jump in, if any of you are a fan of fantasy lore, particularly Lord of the Rings, Mrs Rothmers, my other half, she's just started a second channel doing fantasy lore. A link to her channel will be down in the description. Her first video is on Aragon, so if you want to learn a bit about Aragon, feel free to go and have a look over there. So without further ado, let's jump on in. And we are back in Lord of the Rings Online as we play through as a hardcore Beorning called Rothmers. This episode we're going to start out by essentially finishing as many deeds as we can. So we're going to do a load of deeds in Cardolan. These deeds require Perils of Cardolan, so you need to explore a little bit, Treasures of Cardolan, Ravagers of Cardolan, and I'm going to have to do a load of slaying. I've got a few slaying quests here as well for my class or for my race. So first things first, we're going to start with all these explorations. A lot of them will require me to run around, so I won't show. I will show these because I would have shown the rest of them in the game while doing my. Well, I would at least show the treasures. So I'll show the treasures. I won't show these actually other discoveries. So we're going to run around and find all the treasures and do a load of killing. We also have, once we get to level 30, I have been spending a lot of time doing a bit of crafting. You can see my metalsmith's has been experted. My weaponsmith's almost experted. Prospector's been experted. So I've got all this weapons here for when I get to level 30. So it'll do me quite well. This weapon and all this armor. So that'll do me quite nicely. So we'll jump in as we get to each of these locations. Ideally the treasures. I'm not sure what we're going to do afterwards, but we'll fight that battle once we get there. I might even just do the barrows, just a solo run of the barrows. But we'll see. We will see. So here is the first item here. The Ashmold Memorial, which is just here on the map. This is one of the first Ravagers of Cardolan. The next Ravagers of Cardolan is way over here, so we'll get that last. We're going to carry on running around and see what else we can find. Here is one of the other treasure caches, just here to the west, just here. So we'll grab this one, and we'll carry on our search for the other 6. And here is the next treasure cache, which is way down, middle of nowhere, just down to the south. We'll grab this. Amazing. Let's move on to the... Oh, he gave me 200 sword. Not very strong, but gave me 200 sword. Let's move on to the next one. And there's another treasure chest just picked there. And this is on top of the tower in Farbad. So, unless you knew this is here, you'd probably never come up here. Pretty cool vista. You can see all of Farbad, or the destruction of Farbad. That's a cool tower as well, but I don't think you can go in there. But yeah. So, you never come here unless you knew where it was. And it's just here on the map. And here is another treasure cache, just underneath the M, between the M and E on Sedgemead. Does that give me anything good? Nope, trash. So we should only have 3 more to go. So I've got this mini boss here we ran into by accident. I wasn't planning on doing these hunts or these treasure quests. You have to kill, I can't remember how many of them there are, but there's a fair few of them. Eriador, Trophy Hunter, yeah, you have to kill, oh, I've already killed him. Huh. Kill him again anyway. It'd be rude not to. Obviously with our new refound healing while in bear form, really powerful heal, and it's relatively free. I can just keep up my wrath of this and keep spamming my attacks. Once it's dead, we will continue to search for the last of these items, and we'll probably go do the Great Barrows after this, just for the fun of it. And here is the, I said penultimate, but we've got 3 more to find, or 2 more after this. Treasure cache, and it's just here underneath the Troll Saw's logo, and so we're going to carry on finding the rest. And this is the last of the ravaging of the Cardolan deeds. This is the obelisk, which is with Emem Firth. So we've almost done. We'll find Gond Ockrul, which is Gond Ockrul's just here. We've got 2 more treasure chests, and we need to kill a load, and I mean a load of enemies. So we're going to go and make our way through all these now. Here is the penultimate treasure cache, just up here. So the last things we need to do is find the last treasure cache, which I think is in Sarn Ford. It's found up in the Old Forest, and we need to go to Gond Okao. So that's what we're going to do next. Here we are. The last treasure chest in Cardolan is actually in this old woman's grave. Yeah, this is kind of a grave. Yeah, so here it is. That's the last one. Title, there we go. Explorer of Cardolan. There's not been so much fun so far. And you guys just watched me running about a fair bit. So I need to now do these Slayer deeds, and then that'll be us done. So I probably won't show me doing the Slayering. I'll just show you once it's done, and we're heading into the Barrow Downs. That is now the Slayer deed completed. Huzzah! So we've only got the Trophy Hunter left in this area. So title awarded. Got Steward of Cardolan, I think it says. Yep. Deed completed. So we've now got the new mount, Steed of Cardolan. So we can have a quick look at that. See if it's any good. Where are you? Skills. Mounty boys. And Steed of Cardolan. There you are. Let's have a look at this steed. That looks pretty cool, actually. Might use that instead of this one. I like the dark look and the random stuff in the back. But yeah, so that is now Cardolan completed, finally. We did get to level 30, so we've got this Relentless Maul skill, which I've used a fair bit. It's a good AoE skill. So, we're going to make our way to Bree. See you shortly. Just made a mistake. I didn't die. Very almost died. I teleported to the Grimbjorn's Lodge, which is just here. Nice little place, Grimbjorn's house. Really nice little place. Just around here in the top of, this is the Vale of Anduin. To the north, or to the west of Mirkwood. So we're about there-ish. And I was like, oh, I'll just explore a little bit. This will be fine. This will be safe. These mobs are level 120. There's one over there as well. So I walked past that tree just there, clicked on this rock, and then I got attacked by level 120s. Lucky enough, I was able to run away. But it's still pretty scary. But on that note, now we're going to go to the Barrow Downs and do the Great Barrows. I just thought it would be interesting to throw that in. Me almost dying. Mr. Bearman had to run for his life. Well, we're back. We're still playing this. Decided, instead of doing the Great Barrows, we're going to head up to Evendim. We haven't been here before on any of our characters so far. So we're going to give this place a go. So we did a load of quests in this Shire place in Oak Barton. I skipped all of that because it was very, very boring. So next quest now, this should require me kind of going into this area. So I need to examine the corpse of a spider. There's a load of angry boys down here. Collect some white sand, get some satchels, and find a dog lead. So I don't actually know why we're inside this little camp here. So red. Whatever one's red. So, okay. Well, they do a fair bit of damage. Wasn't pay attention to my health there. So red one. That's Dwylin's Plight. That is collect the satchel of glass bone supplies, the tools. So that should be just in here somewhere. And we've got, so in Evendim, what deeds do we need to do? First one is Brigand Slayer, Goblin Slayer, Harvest Fly Slayer, Wolf Slayer. We've got a few Slayer deeds to do in this area, but that's going to be fine. It's probably one of my favourite looking areas, and mainly because of Lake Evendim. And I've never done this dungeon, because there is a dungeon, I think it's down here. I've never done it before. I like the idea of Evendim, because this is obviously where the Arnor, the land of Arnor was originally ruled from, before, essentially the fall of them, fighting against the Witch King. Or after the Witch King, because obviously the Witch King did lose. So yeah, we're going to take out this camp and hope for the best. So these mobs aren't too difficult. Obviously they're near enough on my level. So I'm level 32 now. Obviously these mobs are level 31. I did get a new skill called Sacrifice, which in times of need, you are willing to do what it takes to protect your friends. 6% of all incoming damage is redirected to the source of this effect. So if someone's about to be hurt on my team and I'm like, no, don't hurt them, I can take all of the damage. Well, 60% of the damage at least. It's pretty good. How long does it last for? Okay, it looks like it lasts forever. Interesting. As long as they're within 20 meters of me. Okay. It's got a minute cooldown as well. So I think the lead I'm looking for is actually in here. Or what I'm looking for. Oh, there's the glass blowing tools we need. And these, are we not even in Evendim? This is the Shire. This still counts as the Shire. Ah, I was hoping this would be Evendim. So I take that back. We're still in the Shire. We're going to finish these quests up here in this northern part of the Shire. I thought this was Evendim, but apparently it's not. Well, we are in the map of Evendim. So we'll clear these out and then we'll move. Hopefully the next camp should be just up here. I think the camp's either there or it might be this little town here, because there is a stable master there. So we'll make our way up. We'll see you shortly. So we actually are doing quests in Evendim. So I handed in a load of quests and it got me this completion. So this does count as Evendim, which is pretty cool. Gave me some experience. Just these Slayer awards are in the Shire for some reason. So I handed in those first load of quests. And I'll show you in 1 second. Need to kill these. There's a few quests for me to pick up. As you can see on the right hand side here, there's a few quests. Yeah, there's a few quests. So we're going to do all of these before we move on further in Evendim. I'm not expecting to see much issue here or any problems. So we'll probably just blast through this as quick as possible. Mainly because I think there are some quests for me to do in there, isn't there? Yes, there are. These stones, shade of blue quest. Also, I do need to get my enmity of goblins up anyway. So I need to kill another 112 more. I think I've got enmity of spiders as well. But I probably won't get that just yet. I do obviously have the quest or the deed to go into the Shire. Probably won't be doing any of the Shire quests. I really, really, really detest the Shire. I don't find it that enjoyable. I may go back and do it one day if I feel like I need any of the deeds. But as it stands, I think I'm quite happy with the deeds I've got. So if we go here, these are the deeds I'm running with. So I've got empathy, loyalty, zeal, compassion, and discipline. Probably not the most kind of meta of ones to go for. But the defensive ones, I've gone for the ones that give you armor value. So that gives me armor, that gives me armor. This gives me some might, so it's damage. This one gives me armor. This one gives me incoming heal mitigation. This gives me a little bit more heal. So when I heal myself, it should be slightly better. I believe once I take out these goblins down here, goblin source. Okay, yeah, we need to take out a load of spiders once we kill all these goblins. Let's get all the stones off these goblins. Once that's done, we'll then head up north. It's mainly against this beach where we've got a load of goblins, loads of spiders and stuff to kill. Mainly salamanders. Do have to keep an eye out for some more of these rocks. Some of the iron. So although we've got quite a lot of ores, we haven't finished. Got quite a lot of skills maxed out. My proficiencies, that is. We haven't maxed out weaponsmithing. So we need a few more iron ores. So we may as well do that as well. So this shouldn't... Well, there's a lot of quests to do in this area. I'm expecting to probably get to level 33 once this area is done. At least this little area here. Before we move up to actual Evendim proper. I'd like to at least get to Evendim proper by the end of this video. We'll see how many times we have to jump back and forth. How many extra quests there are. Because there's a lot here. Because I'd like to show you the lake. Just as we start the next zone. Or... start this zone. You know what I mean. As we continue. But these are... So I'm going to try and... So when I finish Evendim... Obviously I do need to be aware of obviously the main story. But when I finish Evendim, we're going to have a look at... Just see... What are these guys doing? Do I need to kill them? Doesn't look like it. I'll leave them be. Just when I finish Evendim, wherever... Are they aggressive? No, they're not aggressive. Good. As I was saying, when I finish Evendim, depending on where the game tells me to go... so I'll look at the closest introduction quest. So you've got introduction quests. Press L. So I'll look at these introduction quests here. So as soon as I've got to level 30 when I finished my deeds, it's recommended I come to Evendim. So I'll do exactly the same for the others. Apparently there's a quest that we can do over here. So we go see this. Let's see how much of a level this also gets me up when I killed all those. Let's see. Shade of blue.
How do you do?
Okay, there's a fair bit of experience. It's quite nice. There's a couple quests. Okay, slightly... Okay, these quests are actually in this town. We'll see you shortly, hopefully, once we complete these quests. So I've done half of the quests. It doesn't look like I have, but done half the quests in this area before I'm ready to head on. And looks like this Will Tuffin will be a bit of a dead muffin soon. As he seems to want to fight. Which is fine. We can take him. We can take a couple of mobs on at the same time. Okay, that worker wanted to walk away. Probably for the best. Okay, now he's run away. Good. Because I was going to say, it's going to get a little bit dicey here. It's just I don't have very much wrath. Need to wait for this to come off its cooldown. There it goes now off cooldown. So that was a bit of a tight fight. Wasn't going to lose, but it's a bit of a tight fight. So that's another quest I can go hand in. Which is so far so good. Haven't even touched the quest to the north. There's loads in this one area. But we're doing quite well. Halfway to level 33. Just thought it was funny, so I'd add this. Oh, that's some horns. Sorry. I thought this Jotun guy, when he stops moving, with his horns are actually his arms up by his head. I thought he was like T-posing like that. I thought that was his arms. Ignore me. I will, yeah. So that's the Brandywine River. I just went over the river just to get some kills and to unlock this transport network. Time to head back. We need to kill a load of these salamanders and a load of these Norbogs. So yeah, the sooner we do it, the sooner we can move on. We have now got the quest, so I didn't know when I was going to get it, so I did want to do the quest while we waited. I wanted the quest for the Men of the North. I didn't know what it's called, but essentially it's the quest for us to start doing the Rangers quests. So it tells me to go up here to start there. So that's what we're going to do as soon as these are all done. And here we are at the Dunedain camp underneath this Colossus. I'm just about to see the top of it there. Wants me to go over there and do some stuff at the edge of the Brandywine / Northern Down border. But we'll end this episode. Oh, you can climb this rope. Okay or not. Never mind, so I've been cool to go up there. We're going to end this episode by just going over here and we'll see the lake itself, which is kind of why this is my favourite zone. So we'll see you in a second. And here we are. I just ran past a load of aggressive mobs, but that's fine. Here's Lake Evendim himself. So that's obviously an old ruin. And then there's the city. I'm going to butcher the pronunciation, but it's like an Anuminous. Really cool city. The city under the stars. Really cool place. This is actually one of my favourite places. I've only ever been there once while playing Lord of the Rings Online. When I first played this way back in the day. But yeah, this is my favourite zone. You can see why. Beautiful place. So we'll end this episode here. So if you made this far, thank you very much for watching. What did we manage to do? Well, we finished Cardland. We did some quests in the south part here. We're going to hopefully work through Evendim over the next episode or two. So if you've made this far, thank you much for watching. If you wouldn't mind checking out, if you like any form of Lord of the Rings lore or fantasy lore as well, Mrs Rothmers, my other half, has started a second YouTube channel of her own as she talks about lore. I think the first video is out today talking about Aragon. So the link to her channel will be down below in the description. So hope you have a wonderful day and we'll see you in the next one. Look at the water. The water looks so cool. But yep, see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day and Rothmers out.